Have you ever wondered what truly makes us human? Is it the body that we can see and touch, or is it something deeper, something invisible yet profoundly real? Today we delve into the fascinating concepts of the soul and spirit. Beyond the tangible world we perceive, there lies an intangible realm, a realm that has been the subject of wonder, debate, and introspection across cultures and time. The soul and spirit, these ethereal aspects of our existence, are not just abstract concepts. They are integral parts of who we are, influencing our thoughts, actions, and experiences. The soul, often regarded as our true essence, and the spirit, seen as our life force, have deep, varied meanings and interpretations. As we venture into this intriguing exploration, we'll aim to shed light on their distinct definitions, their differences, and how they harmoniously coexist within us. Join us as we unravel the age-old mysteries of the soul and spirit. First, let's try to understand the soul. The soul is often described as the essence of a person. It's that intangible element that defines who we are, beyond our physical attributes and intellectual abilities. It's like a unique fingerprint etched into our existence, but instead of lines and ridges, it's composed of our experiences, emotions, and values. Many cultural, religious, and philosophical perspectives offer intriguing insights into the concept of the soul. In many Eastern philosophies, for instance, the soul is seen as an eternal entity, untouched by the passage of time. It's believed to be unchanging and unaffected by the physical world, always remaining its true self despite the roller coaster ride of life. Now, imagine the soul as an unshaped piece of clay. It's there, it's real, but it's formless without a potter's guiding hands. The experiences we live through, the emotions we feel, the choices we make, they all shape this clay, giving form to our soul, making it uniquely ours. In religious contexts, the soul often carries a divine significance. It's seen as the immortal part of us that continues its journey even after our earthly life ends. Regardless of the different interpretations, the soul is universally regarded as the true essence of our being, the core of our identity. But let's not forget, the soul is also a subject of scientific curiosity. Psychologists and neuroscientists often grapple with the concept of the soul, trying to understand its place in human consciousness. While the soul may not be a tangible, measurable entity, its influence on our self-perception and worldview is undeniable. So the soul gives us our identity, but what gives us life? Now let's turn our attention to the spirit. The spirit is commonly referred to as the life force, the breath of life. It's like a river of energy that flows within us, constantly moving and shifting, unlike the soul, which is often seen as a steady, unchanging entity. Different cultures and belief systems interpret the spirit in various ways. In some Eastern philosophies, the spirit is seen as an animating force that brings vitality and vigor. Think of the Chinese concept of qi, or the Indian belief in prana. These are essentially forms of spirit, understood as the energy that vitalizes the body and mind. In many indigenous cultures, there's a belief in spirit as a force that connects all living beings, a sort of universal life energy that binds us all together. This understanding speaks to the dynamic, life-giving aspect of the spirit. In a more Western context, particularly within Christian theology, the spirit is often understood as the divine spark within us, our connection to a higher power. It's seen as the part of us that can experience and interact with the spiritual realm. Let's think about the spirit as the wind. It's invisible, but you can feel it. It's intangible, yet it can move things, just like the spirit within us. It's this dynamic energy that drives us, that gives us the impetus to act, to create, to change. The spirit is also associated with our emotions and our passions. It's what makes your heart race when you're excited, or what brings that lump to your throat when you're moved. It's the driving force behind your passions, your desires, and your aspirations. So while the spirit is this dynamic, ever-changing force, it's also deeply connected to our individual experiences. It's what makes us feel alive, what gives our lives vibrancy and color. So while the soul defines who we are, the spirit gives us life. But how do these two concepts interact? Though they might seem similar, the soul and spirit have distinct roles. Let's journey together into the heart of these two concepts and unearth their unique characteristics. The soul, as we've discussed, is the very essence of who we are. It's the unchanging core, the eternal part of us that carries our identity. It's our mind, our will, our emotions. It's the seat of our personality, the keeper of our memories, and the home of our deepest desires. In many belief systems, the soul is considered immortal, continuing its journey even after our physical death. The spirit, on the other hand, is the vital life force within us. It is the breath of life. the dynamic, energizing element that animates our physical bodies. It's the spark that ignites our existence, the divine flame that connects us to the larger universe. The spirit is often associated with our intuition, our inspiration, and our sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. Despite their differences, the soul and spirit are not separate entities locked in a tug-of-war for dominance. Instead, they are two aspects of our being that interact and complement each other in beautiful harmony. The soul and spirit work together to create the fullness of our human experience. They intertwine in a dance of divine partnership, each one enhancing and enriching the other. The spirit breathes life into the soul, awakening it to the wonder of existence. In turn, the soul provides depth and meaning to the spirit's energetic expressions. It's through this dynamic interplay that we experience growth, transformation, and the profound mystery of being alive. In essence, the soul is our individuality, our personal identity in this vast cosmos. The spirit, meanwhile, is our universality, our tether to the infinite, our shared breath with all of life. By understanding the unique roles and interplay of the soul and spirit, we can begin to grasp the intricate beauty of our existence. We can start to see ourselves not just as physical beings, but as spiritual beings having a human experience. Understanding the soul and spirit can offer us a deeper insight into our existence. But how does this understanding impact our daily life or spiritual practices? Well, let's delve into that. Imagine you're at a crossroads in your life, feeling lost and disconnected. Understanding that your soul is your eternal, unchanging essence can bring comfort. It's the anchor in the storm, the unshakable core that remains constant amidst life's upheavals. Now, consider the spirit, that dynamic life force within you. It's like the wind in your sails, propelling you forward, inspiring you to explore, grow, and create. When you feel stagnant or stuck, tapping into your spirit can rekindle that spark of life and passion. These concepts aren't just philosophical musings, they're practical tools for navigating life's challenges. For instance, during times of grief or loss, recognizing the soul's immortality can offer solace. Similarly, in moments of lethargy or despair, calling upon the spirit's vitality can help reignite your zest for life. Let me share a personal insight. Once during a challenging time, I felt overwhelmed and defeated. I took a moment to close my eyes, breathe deeply, and connect with my soul and spirit. In that quiet space, I found an inner strength and resilience I didn't know I had. It was a profound experience that taught me the power of acknowledging these aspects of my being. The soul and spirit, though abstract, play a significant role in our lives. We've taken a brief journey through the concepts of the soul and spirit. We've uncovered that the soul is often viewed as our unchanging essence, our true self, eternal and steadfast. On the other hand, the spirit is seen as our life force, the breath that animates us, dynamic and vivifying. These two elements, while distinct, intertwine to shape our human experience. We encourage you to reflect on your own understandings of the soul and spirit. And until next time, may you find peace and depth in your personal journey of introspection and spiritual growth.